Hello, Vegas Viral. It's your friend Johan Castellano, and I'm here with Nora Aguirre from 2021 Americana. And we have some amazing news for you guys today. Not only regarding DACA students that can qualify for a lot more amount than they did before, but a lot of programs that are coming out in the next few days, and some that are already out for you folks. So tune in and watch the rest of the show so you guys can learn more about it. Hello, Nora. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. So hi, everyone. We're super excited because day one of this new administration, we immediately saw some rules that have been implemented or some laws that have been implemented that really will benefit the real estate market in a huge way. And I'll share that with you right now. Number one is that the government really signed on for DACA recipients to be able to qualify for FHA loans again. And by what this means is that this was removed by the Trump administration a couple of years ago, where FHA was not allowing DACA recipients, dreamers, if you've heard of this term before, is basically not allowing them to qualify for the FHA loans, meaning they couldn't get the interest rates, they couldn't get the regulations, and so most of DACA or dreamers had to go through conventional loans, which required them to come in with a higher down payment, higher interest rate, yes, and many times really not allowing them to qualify. So this administration, day one, changed that for DACA recipients and dreamers, which means that the real estate market will see a huge volume of buyers entering the real estate market here in the next couple of months in a big way. Because all of these dreamers, and I can tell you this because we have a lot of dreamers in our office that we help, a lot of DACA recipients that we help buy a home. There's a lot of them that have been waiting for this to change so that they can make this dream possible. And so I'll give you guys just a quick example of what this change meant, actually. So, as the day before the January 20th, we had a homeowner that came in to get pre-approved, pre-qualified, and she happens to be a DACA recipient. And so we had to take her through the regular guidelines with the bank. And so she was basically only approved for $165,000, which we understand there's a lot of people that this is the amount they qualify for and they can buy a condo. But really, she had been working kind of really hard over the last year to try to qualify. She wanted to buy a house, and she was looking at something like 230, 250. And for her to come back and get the news that it was only going to be 165 was really kind of it was a bummer. It was bad news for her. She didn't, it was kind of tough. And really the guidelines were different, and the process was going to be difficult, really, for her. But because of what happened on day one of the Biden administration coming into office, well, guess what that meant for her? We were able to call her. The bank immediately changed all the requirements on her loan and was now able to qualify her from 165 that, the day before was really the pre-qualification amount, the amount that she was qualified for, to that day, $300,000. The difference was huge, almost double, my friends. And this is a buyer that has been super eager to buy a home for her and her family, and really had faced a lot of obstacles over the years on buying, where now she was given the green light to be able to buy a home for $300,000.
That is
right?
Amazing.
So she doesn't have to buy it for $300,000. She can buy it for $250,000, but now she can actually make her dream of buying her first home, what her family needs, come true, because just one single change in the law in the Biden administration on the first day has allowed this to happen. So we know that the real estate market will see a huge increase in prices, in buyers, and obviously the market will continue to be what's called a seller's market, meaning that if you want to sell your home, you're going to be selling for top dollar in this market.
That is amazing.
Absolutely. So again, a huge shout out to all of our DACA recipients are dreamers. And if you guys don't know what this term is, absolutely understand. Sometimes things out there are difficult. Just know that this change on day one of the Biden administration means that we will probably see all of the changes that the administration put into play and has been announcing the last couple of months. So the Biden administration announced, just in the real estate space, announced that it is very likely that they're going to be giving a tax rebate for first-time home buyers.
That is awesome.
And I want to explain what this means because we had a tax rebate back, I want to say it was around 2010, 2011, right after, you guys know what happened, the recession, and there was a lot of people that had a lot of fear in buying a home, and so the government brought back a tax incentive so that people just became, you know, a little bit more motivated to buy a home. This tax rebate at that time was $8,000. So what this meant was that if you bought a home during the year, the following year when you did your taxes, in the taxes they would obviously ask you if you owned, and in there was going to be a category where you were going to be eligible if you did buy a home for the tax rebate. What this meant, people were like, well, when am I going to get the money? Am I going to get it when I buy it? No. What this meant is that when you did your taxes, if you every year received taxes of, you know, $4,000, $2,000, $3,000, well, now you were going to get $8,000 more.
On top of
That's
that.
on top of what you originally got, just for buying a house. So let's say you gave your down payment, which at the time there was still incentives for down payment as well. You gave a little bit for your down payment. Well, you were actually getting paid to buy a house.
Exactly.
During those years.
That is amazing.
Absolutely. The rebate was $8,000. Now the Biden administration was saying that in the first 100 days of their administration, of them taking over, they were probably going to be rolling out with this tax incentive of up to $15,000.
Wow.
So it's huge. So again, my friends, this is just more incentives for our renters to stop renting,
Yes.
more incentives for you guys to really see that the Biden administration from day one is actually executing on the promises that they've made. And that is awesome, of course.
Oh,
That is
that's
exciting.
amazing.
Exactly.
And one thing that I want to tell everybody, if that doesn't motivate you enough to buy your home, I don't know what is going to, because she just literally said you're going to get paid to buy a house.
Absolutely.
Not only that, you're going to be paying a lot less, of course, when you pay mortgage than when you pay rent, because a lot of properties that we have shown you folks in the last couple of weeks, they actually rent for a lot more than what their, you know, what the mortgage payment would be. So I encourage everybody to actually pick up the phone and make that phone call to 702-910-9011 and actually get the ball rolling towards getting some cool money back this year. And when you do your taxes, yeah, that is going to be amazing. You buy a house, you get everything situated with your family. You don't have to worry about the landlord coming in, knocking on the door, sending you that letter that 30 days you have to evacuate the premises. That is crazy. So what other things should the public look forward to this year as far as in the real estate? And what do you think about as far as, because I also heard that FHA is actually approving people for a higher amount than they did before, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. There have been some great changes throughout the real estate sector in the last couple of months. And, you know, I'll give you a quick summary of those. One is that the FHA limit was increased from $389 approximately to almost $500,000
That
here in
is
the county,
crazy.
here in Nevada, in the county of Clark County. So that is huge, huge opportunity. Also, of course, the rates continue to be extremely low. You know, the beginning of this year, 2021 started off incredible in the real estate space because the rates dropped in the beginning of January even more. So they were already extremely, you know, enticing. They were extremely low. Everybody loved the rate. And then January hits and they come in lower again. So that's exciting. And so those two were already there. But right now with the Biden administration walking into the office, and the first thing they do is they absolutely restore this opportunity for dreamers. Well, this tells us, like I said, that it looks like they're going to make good on all their promises in the first 100 days. So what that means is if we're getting prepared for the future, what that means is that there's going to be a lot of incentives for first-time home buyers. There's going to be possibly some money there for first-time home buyers as a tax rebate. The rates are super low. And so all of these things, when you combine them, you absolutely make it just an amazing, you know, historical time to really own a home right now. And so that dream of buying your home, of being a homeowner, really right now, it just can't get better, right? Like they say, there's a saying, right? They say, have your cake and eat it too, or this and that. This is what it means right now in the real estate space, is that right now you absolutely have so many reasons to be a owner, to buy your home and stop renting. And so that's what our job here is in really sharing this information with you. Is we want to motivate you to really look at all the positives of owning your home, all of the incentives from the government, all of the incentives from the banks that are there for you when you decide to buy a house, in comparison to what's happening in the rental space. The rental market is saturated. Yeah. The rental market is terrible. There's actually a lot of there's a lot of scams going on that we're hearing on the rental space, meaning people are paying application fees, they're paying this, paying that to get considered, and some folks have paid application fees maybe 3-4 times and they don't get selected, so they're spending, they're already $300, $400, $500 out of pocket just to be considered for the property they want. And so a lot of people are having to adjust and change what they want and give the first month, the last month, the deposit. It's truly a crazy world for renters right now. Not only that, is a lot of renters are going to start hearing, the owner call them and tell them, I'm putting the property on the market, we need it, we're not going to renew the contract, you need to vacate, and this is the time frame you have. So when you're a renter, you have all of these issues, all of these problems, all these insecurities, and what we're telling you is that being a homeowner, it absolutely is completely different. You're going to have a lot of benefits. You're going to have a lot of privilege and a lot of freedom with your home. And really, there's so many incentives right now being a homeowner that it truly is an opportunity for all of you. And we want to share that so that you call and ask a lot of questions. You call any professional. Of course, we would love for you to give us the opportunity to be able to help you, but you can call any real estate professional, any mortgage lender, ask a lot of questions, and begin your process immediately. Because what this means, if the Biden administration from day one has already started executing on their promises, what this means is that the real estate market is going to get extremely hot, faster than we expected, and you are going to see prices go up. You are going to see negotiations get tough. So it's important for you to get started right away instead of delaying this process for the future.
No, definitely. And remember, when you guys are getting ready to buy that home, you want to deal with somebody that knows what they're doing. I keep telling all my friends, because my friends keep telling me, oh, I have a buddy, I have a friend. I'm like, yeah, do they really have that experience? Do they really know what they're doing? Are they really going to find you, not only find that property for you, but help you qualify for that property? So here with Nora Aguirre, she's been in the game for 17 plus years. I tell everybody she knows what she's doing. And some people always ask me, hey, so now that I found her, do I have to find a lender? She has an in-house lender as well. That is amazing. Shout out to Juan Aguirre. He does amazing works. He helped me personally 2 years ago buy a property. As many of you guys know, I've actually bought properties with Nora. So he helped me qualify. In 30 days, we closed. It was a smooth transaction. So remember, Nora Aguirre is an all-in-one to-go-to type of person. She can get everything done for you and get it done quick. So I highly recommend that everybody that is looking forward to buying their first home, second home, investment home, ranch-style property, condominium, high-rise, whatever the case might be, contact Nora Aguirre at Century 21 Americana, because she will definitely go the extra mile to make sure you're taken care of. Now, Nora, another thing, when people come to you and tell you, I have some problems with my credit, or I don't know how my credit is, can you help them in that department right there?
That's a great question. Yes, my friends, we are here to help you guys. So if you need credit counseling, you need credit repair, if we need to get your score higher so that you can buy a home, fantastic. Give us the opportunity. We'll help you. And all of this, my friends, is for free. So we'll give this kind of, counseling to you for free completely, in the hopes that you get everything in order and get yourself to that step where you are able to buy your house. So no worries about any of that. We'll help you through the whole process. And most importantly is, like I said, it's free. We get paid at the end when we give you the keys to your home. And so that you should hopefully, take it as something very important. At the end of the day, we're not going to get any benefit whatsoever until you get those keys of your house.
Definitely. And another thing, you do not have to specifically live here in Las Vegas to buy with Nora Aguirre. You can be in Canada. You can be in any part of the world. She can help you buy a house here in Nevada. So a lot of people say, my realtor can only work with people that live there, whatever the case might be. Yes, that realtor can, but not Nora. Nora can actually help you buy a home or even sell a home when you're overseas, when you're abroad, when you're in Japan, whatever the case might be. So there's many different things that she can bring to the table to help you not only make more money, but actually not waste your time, because that is something very valuable. And that's something we see with a lot of other real estate agents, is that they seem to waste a lot of people's time. We've actually filmed a property before where, remember, the seller said they had their property on the market for over a year, and the agent they were working with had no idea what they were doing. And how long did it take you to sell the house?
Absolutely. It was just literally within a couple of weeks we had an offer, and they were, on their way to Texas. So the reality,
Yes.
my friends, is that it is expensive when you do choose the wrong person to work
Exactly.
with. Maybe you think that, because it's a person it's a friend, a coworker, I don't want to make them feel bad. But in the reality, what you need to really, hopefully remember is that if you don't make the right decision, it may cost you thousands of dollars. The decision of owning a house or buying a home is not, a little bit of money. It's not, $20, $50. You're really putting in line a lot more than that. So you do want to work with professionals. And, there's plenty of professionals here in the Valley, here in Las Vegas. But I do obviously mention is ask questions, lots of them, so that you do know that you're working with the right person, the right match. I understand completely that, sometimes, you really like somebody's personality, but the truth is you want to also make sure that that person is knowledgeable. Because to be quite honest with you, all the real estate agents that I know, all of them have the best personalities. Everybody,
Yes.
of course, we're all, let's say, in this, because in many ways we feel like we're a people person, right? So in many ways we love connecting with folks. And a lot of the real estate agents, of course, all they really know in the beginning is really that connection, that factor of really making you feel really comfortable, nice and fuzzy about it, but they might not have the knowledge, the real estate knowledge, to guide you through the process, especially if there's any sort of problems or any sort of negotiations. And I promise you that in the next couple of months, the market is going to get busy, so you are going to need somebody that knows how to work and negotiate on your behalf, because that can save you a lot of time, a lot of headaches, and a lot of money. And so that's what I can absolutely promise you, is that we are here to serve you. We're aggressively always looking to find the best programs for you, to find all of the, best properties. We're negotiating, we're calling, we're working 7 days a week, to make sure that you guys are getting the best. You deserve it. So we know that, by asking a lot of questions, you'll find out if you really are working with the right match when it comes to the real estate world, or when it comes to the mortgage loan as well. You want to ask a lot of questions. So I hope that, again, you start this process right away of owning a home, and that you give, that professional the call, you ask the questions, and you begin right away. The market is going to continue to just get better, and it's going to get extremely busy. So you don't want to miss the opportunity to really get this process started right away.
No, definitely. And also remember, if there's a new program or something about the interest or something that you're curious about, there is no such thing as a dumb question. A lot of people says, I don't call certain people because I don't want to ask a dumb question. I'm sorry, but when it comes to real estate, you need to educate yourself, and there's nothing wrong with not knowing what want to know something about. So pick up the phone, make that phone call, 702-910-911, and ask all the questions that you need to know. It's free. At the end of the day, it's benefiting you and your family, and that's what Nora wants to do. She wants to help you and your family. She wants to help all the citizens and residents of the United States. Whatever they need, she's there. She's there to help them with questions, whatever.
Absolutely.
Credit repair. She's there for you guys. Like she said, she's not going to charge you a cent to guide you guys in the right path towards fixing your credit so you can purchase that home. So anything else you would like to let the public know?
No, absolutely. What I want to tell you guys is that our commitment is to always be bringing information to you. So please, look at our videos. Let us know. You can even on these videos ask questions. Please share the videos, because also a big part of what we do is the ones that are watching the video sometimes are not necessarily the ones that need the information. All of us know 2 or 3 people in our lives that are renting and that are struggling with that whole cycle of renting. Maybe you're already a homeowner, so you really possibly don't even need this information, but someone else that you know does. So I hope that you help us motivate them so that they can stop renting. The reality is that there's so many benefits right now in being able to buy. We want to be able to help as many people as we possibly can. So hopefully, you can share this, you can like, or please let us know if you have questions, concerns. We are here to serve you. And really, a lot of what we do is completely free. So please reach out.
No, definitely. So I suggest that, everybody that's out there that has a nephew, cousin, grandchildren, whatever the case might be, share this video, post it on their wall or send it to them in a message and say, hey, check this video out. Maybe it's time, this can help you purchase that home you've been dreaming of. Because a lot of us, we have dreams. A lot of us, we have visions that we say, one day I'm going to have that home. But a lot of us, let's be honest, we don't really make any effort to actually get there. Sometimes it takes a friend, a relative to actually tell us, hey, call this person. And that's when people start making phone calls. That's actually how I did business with her. My mother told me, here, you need to call, this guy's daughter. She's an amazing realtor. Go for it. And I made that phone call, and I don't regret it because she helped me close in 30 days. And that was super, super amazing because I've dealt with other realtors before, and I dealt with them for months. And I've lost, a lot of bids on houses, or the house that we put an offer on all of a sudden just got sold to someone else. They didn't do the paperwork. They didn't do their job. They just kept misleading me. And with her, it's a completely different experience. So I can vouch for her and say she gave 101% on that business transaction. So I highly recommend her. I recommend her entire team. Shout out to everybody here at her office. Bianca was amazing doing all the paperwork. Maria at the front was amazing. Every time I came here, sometimes I would come with my kids, remember, at night? Mm-hmm. And they were just amazing. My kids would play in the in the conference room. It's an amazing experience. So please, if you guys are out there trying to buy a house, if you guys are trying to help your grandchildren, your son, your daughter for wedding gifts, whatever the case might be, purchase their first home, I highly recommend contacting Nora Aguirre from 21 Americana. She will make that happen for you guys. So folks, next week we'll have an amazing video for you guys. Please like and share on these videos. And I highly suggest, please share these videos. You might be helping someone and you don't even know it. Just post it on your wall and, go from there. We'll see you folks next week. I hope you guys have a great day. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.